Hey guys, Toxico Cereal here, back with another video, and today we are going to be playing Clash Royale. Now, I've never done a Clash Royale video, so we're going to be showing you my deck. So it's going to be the Magic Archer, the Mega Knight, Sparky, the Wizard, Skeleton Army, Log, Balloon, and Graveyard. Now, you're probably thinking, like, what the heck? This is like a weird, expensive deck. Yes, it's expensive, but so what? You're creative, make your own kind of deck. So I'm gonna be doing 5 battles. So the first one going to be against level 13. Now, personally, there's a lot of good things you can do with my deck here. You can start off with a wizard and back. I like to do this. Like, here comes a witch from this person, but and a rocket as well. This was I think very expensive deck, probably from this dude. I'm not sure, but we'll find out. Right, here comes a Mega Knight, and gonna get to the tower. So they're gonna drop a wizard from behind. Also, when I was recording this, I had my microphone off, so that was a huge issue, and I didn't realize that. So I'm like, dang, I had my microphone. So he drops a P.E.K.K.A, so I'm gonna distract it with a Skarmy. Wizard could get one hit with Sparky. The wizard got one hit on it, but overall everything died. Sparky took care of everything. Skarmy helped take out the P.E.K.K.A, but really, he dropped the furnace behind his Princess Tower, and he also had a Valkyrie. Valkyrie took out Sparky, so I dropped the wizard. Magic Archer got a couple of hits. The best thing about my deck is the Balloon Graveyard Rush. You start off with the balloon, and then you put down a graveyard. It's really powerful, depending on what they counter. Now, I put down a Battle Ram, and I countered it with the Log. It didn't get to the tower, but the Barbarians did get to the tower and did some damage, so I had to drop a Mega Knight to prevent any more damage. Same thing again with the Mega Knight. He dropped the wizard and he let the Mega Knight get a couple of hits, which I don't think was very smart, and so that's why I feel like what is this guy doing? But it turns out he had a golem in there too. I'm like, whoa, this is an expensive deck. I think the cost, it'll be at the end of this game. I'll show you how much the electric cost was, but it was pretty high. And he put a P.E.K.K.A, so I had to funnel that with Skeleton Army. Some of the skeletons went for the golem. That did prevent it from retaking a tower, and I ended up getting a 2-crown on this guy. It wasn't very strong, but you can see we're down to 20 seconds. The golem is at the tower, so I had to drop a wizard to clean them up. Fire Spirit hit the wizard, but it didn't really matter at this point because only 2 is not enough. 3, I believe, can. So I just dropped a graveyard again, and I had to shield it with the Skeleton Army, and I ended up taking that tower. And even with that, expensive decks, depending on what they do, they can work. But this guy had a little bit too chaotic. So I'm going to show you the elixir cost. 5.4, insane. 5.4. That was insane amount of one. So we're gonna move on to the next battle here in a minute, more like now. This guy, King level 12, he had the Mega Knight Tower, which was really cool. I really wanted it the last season. I'm like, they don't tilt challenge. I'm like, I didn't like that. I really didn't like the tower skin that much. It's a decent size, but really, I'm like, oh, don't till 20. It's a limited try. So I'm like, why not? So I bought it. And then now, like, this season's out. It's like, Mega Knight, why? See, it was a Night Witch. And the Knight going to the tower. He drops a Mega Knight. I drop a Mega Knight. They're just going to jump past each other. So I have to drop a Skarmy behind the Mega Knight to try to take out that Night Witch. I do take it out. The bats kill the Mega Knight. He drops a Tesla. Personally, Tesla is way better than Cannon. So I'm like 2.6 Hog Cycle, which we're going to see a Hog Rider next, I believe. It's like, it's really, I would rather choose the Tesla because it can hit air as well. But I wouldn't understand why King depends. As he throws down another weight, which I'm going to log it, and then I kind of regret my decision due to the fact he puts down a Goblin Barrel. So pretty good damage on that. The wizard gets towards the tower. He does not reach the tower, so I drop a Sparky to take out the knight. I'm gonna drop my Mega Knight. Nope, never mind. I was gonna drop my Mega Knight, then I'm like, wait, now he's got back. So Sparky did not get a hit. He dropped his Mega Knight. So I dropped mine. The tower targeted all the bats before getting to the Mega Knight. So then I'm getting ready to do a balloon graveyard rush, and I end up doing that balloon graveyard rush while he puts down a knight, kind of distracted. The graveyard does do some damage. It doesn't do really a good amount, but it does get the tower down to about 1200, now 1100, 1102. I have to keep cycling my logs, so it doesn't prevent any more tower damage. I put a wizard down. I didn't think the Sparky would take out the princess, but that's what happened. Sparky dies. He comes down with the Mega Knight. This time the Mega Knight is targeted first, so I have to put the Skarmy. But he ends up putting the Goblin Bear on the back side of the tower, so that does some damage. The good news is the Mega Knight does die in time. I have to keep my logs and cycle, so the princess is going to get a bunch of free hits. Drop a Sparky. Got a knight coming. I wait. I end up dropping a wizard to take out the princess. That happens, but the Tesla was so close it actually got to take out the wizard. He's got a Mega Knight and bats coming, so I have to drop a Skarmy. Here's his Goblin Barrel. I managed to take it out. I put a Magic Archer to take out the princess. Again, he puts a Tesla. I put a Graveyard to do some damage. It does do some damage. Not very high due to the bats, but it does do a pretty good amount of damage. I'm waiting. The Goblin Barrel comes down. I throw a Skarmy, and I throw a log, but he tricks me. The good news is some of the skeletons come back and the Sparky assists, so it doesn't do very good. It doesn't do any damage. And then I do a balloon, and then the graveyard, and then that unfortunately does end the game for him. He will lose. The balloon gets around the bats, heads towards the tower, and the graveyard just chews on the tower, and I take the victory. So yeah, that was the longest game. And then we move on to the next game. I collect my 5,000 gold. That's what I like. 5,000 gold each time you get the first reward in a new league. So next up is another Mega Knight Tower skin. This one I believe had the Hog Rider. He dropped the Hog Rider right away, I think. No, maybe it was the next one. No, he had the Miner. This was the Miner one. This was the cycle one, I believe, like a very good quick cycle with Ice Wizard and stuff. And he had Minion Horde too. So I had to waste my log, and then I had to put a wizard to prevent any other damage. Like a Minion Horde can take a tower. That's the reason I have like log. Even on the nerf, log I don't notice it. Sure, when I get the extra hits, usually you have to drop it one behind. You don't anymore. You have to put it directly next to the bridge. I certainly don't think log needed a nerf, but it got one anyways. Kind of glad all spell damage got nerfed. So I actually have to look. I'm not like playing right now. I have to do a voice over due to the fact I didn't record. As the balloon graveyard rush comes now, the graveyard is doing some serious damage. The balloon does not make it to the tower due to the Minion Horde. It turns the Minion Horde into a minion, so I drop a Magic Archer to do some damage on the minions. It does get one hit, but big deal. He drops the Miner. I think he's going to put it at the tower, But it turns out he just puts it to take out the magic archer. The miner dies, but the ice wizard cleans up the Scarmy, and we'll get one hit on the tower, but the ice wizard is very weak, so it really didn't do much. He puts fire spirits. Fire spirits can do pretty good damage, so I just log them. And then he puts an ice wizard bomber. I haven't put my Mega Knight down, so I just do that. And then he probably rages, I don't know. Puts down a minion horde. Mega Knight gets one hit in the tower, 2 hits on the tower, and he does not get a third one. Kind of get nervous, so I do put a magic archer down. The wizard, thank God, does get a hit and takes out everything. The minion does get a hit. And then I do an opposite side balloon graveyard rush, the one with more tower life left. I end up going on that side of the tower and dealing some damage. Now at this point, he's trying to cycle and keep clicking. I believe I end up. No, I do not. I'm pretty. No, I was gonna say I believe I get a 2-star, but I don't. Or 2 crown, I should say, not star. I mean, the guy, he's trying, but unfortunately, he tries too much. He saved his fireball, which was a mistake, so I just put the Glaver down. He puts a miner, but at this point, it's way too late in the match, and I end up winning the 3rd game. So then we move on to the 4th game, and I'm just gonna randomly check the gold chest. And then we go into game number 4. I noticed the level 12. He'll start with the Hog Rider right away. This is the Hog Rider one. Jorge. It's the name of a friend I have. But we call him George. Hog Rider does die. I think it's 2.6 at first, but it's not, because he put down arrows. I start with a quick balloon graveyard. He puts a Tesla and a Lumberjack. And the Lumberjack does not... I don't think anything about the Lumberjack. But then when he finally puts down the balloon, I'm like, dang it. Because Lumberjack balloon is actually a very good counter to my deck. I put down the wizard, then he puts down the balloon. I logged the Lumberjack. I don't even think it was necessary, but I did it anyways. Balloon did get one hit. The good news is it was only a level 12 balloon, so it really wasn't a big threat. Next up, he puts the Valkyrie. And then I believe I drop a Mega Knight right on top of her. She gets a couple of hits off. But I do take her down. He puts a witch. Yeah, I saw... The next one I did see a witch too. Unfortunately, I did lose the next one. But, yeah, you can't win them all. I put a balloon. I'm thinking about putting in the graveyard, but he puts a Hog Rider, so I'm like, no, I can't do that. He does stop a Tesla. I'm now losing. Hog Rider does very, very, very good damage, but does not take the tower. So I drop the wizard on the other side. And I'm waiting to see what he does next. He puts a balloon down in the way back. He puts a Valkyrie on my wizard. I'm getting ready to take out his balloon with the magic archer. He puts lightning. Unfortunately, he does not time it correctly, and I end up getting the hit off of the Valkyrie. My tower goes down, but so does his right now. So I'm trying to play a little bit of defense in my other tower from the Hog Rider or the Lumberloon. Lumberjack is coming down, but he's going to put a Valkyrie, I believe. No, he put a witch behind his king tower, so I tried to distract the Mega Knight as I'm waiting. Now he puts down the Valkyrie. The wizard survives though, and I do very good damage. Now I'm just randomly dealing damage. The balloon gets to the tower, and the Sparky's barely alive, and we'll get that final hit just to the start of overtime. So yet again, I get another win. I'm at 4 wins in a row now, but this 5th game, I unfortunately lose. is it's a giant witch deck, which giant is a very, very, very powerful card. So, yeah. Fortunately, it did not work out the way I would have liked it to. He starts off with the balloon. I put my wizard on the other tower, other side, I should say. So I'm like, dang it, and I have to put down my magic archer. It does get one hit, but not severe damage. He puts the giant down. I put a balloon tower on my side. He puts a Valkyrie. Balloon gets the tower, puts down minions. And then I'm thinking in my head, oh, I'm in trouble. So I have to take out, so I just tried to distract the minions. I only distracted one of the three. So the other two did pretty good damage on my tower. While the giant also got to my tower and pulled off 2 hits before Sparky destroyed him. And the Mega Knight, I put down the Mega Knight as, I don't expect what to happen. I believe I take the tower. I do take the tower. He puts a scar on me, I have to log it. Sparky does get a hit off of it though. But the bad thing is the witch though also gets my tower. I drop a a magic archer on the other tower to play some defense. He has a Valkyrie coming. As soon as it locks on, he's going to put... the magic archer locks on the Valkyrie. Puts a giant. I counter the giant with a Skarmy. But with that Valkyrie still alive, she will get to the tower and deliver 1 hit. So, still going through the match. We're about 1 minute left. I do a balloon graveyard rush. He drops a witch, but he also drops minions on the balloon. Unfortunately, the balloon does not get to the tower. And at that point, I'm thinking in my head, I'm screwed. Because then he does drop the giant. Or no, he drops the Skarmy, then the balloon. Which guarantees him a tower. I wanted the wizard to target the minions first. Unfortunately, it did not. So, I play a little bit more defense. I do not get 3 crown. But I do almost get 3 crown. I tried to do my final offensive push, but unfortunately did not pay off. So as we continue down, oh no, I did get 3 crown, I'm sorry. And I'm trying to take care of the balloon. It does get to the tower in time, and takes out my king tower. I'm trying to do pushes, but unfortunately I could not stop that balloon in time. Well, unfortunately I did not get defeated. Make sure to check out the TV show Impractical Jokers and to join my clan in Famous. Even though we do have a pretty good amount of people in the clan. But I hope you guys enjoyed my video. It's my first Clash Royale video. Pretty good. And well, I'll see you guys next time.